some people think that too much Segun Sowunmi seem to be going towards the APC end, because it seemed to be the wind blowing now. Everybody seemed to be moving in that direction. Are you good?
I wish the wind was not blowing in that direction. One would have been able to, on the strength of values and political advantage. But I dislike this type of bandwagon thing that makes you query where lies the values of men, where lies the ability to stand for something, where lies the idea of where the conversation in democracy should be. I do not believe that a nation like ours, with the type of quantum of energy that we have, can truly be optimal if there are no voices outside the ruling party. People would have been a little bit confused because I began to ask some deep questions about development. And I was asking that questions of the ruling party, but also asking it of the opposition. And because for some times now, those who are trying to, sit the incumbent have not been coming forward with sharp ideas, with brilliant ideas. It then seems like the only good idea that one can clap for is coming from the stable of those who are in charge. One. The second thing is that I saw the type of games that the geopolitics of the world have become, where nations are no longer willing to be each other's brothers, especially the almighty big brother, where immigration is now an issue in every country, where people are pushing people out. And it began to occur to me that where do I want the Africans to go? Where would the Nigerians go? And in that sort of incubated pressure within me, I began to look for how do we make our country great? How do we make it better? And I started to say, we can critique government, but we must not hate ourselves to the point of criticizing unduly our country.
I get that, but what is the role of the opposition if the opposition seem to be hobnobbing with the government in power? Because if you are seeing like the people are seeing you, you've already confused a lot already.
I know.
And that seems to be the norm now, where governors, they have 30 of them now in their camp. So where is the place of them for the Nigerian?
Dixon.
Yes.
If you see me with Dave Umai, the Minister of Works,
yes,
it did not start because I wanted to go see him. It started because I wanted to call his attention to the Maraba Road. And he was just, he's been in PDP before. He was just the type of person that's so relatable. He only said, oh yeah, come and see what we're doing. And I couldn't pretend not to see the Coastal Road. And because of opposition
road,
because
that doesn't go through the due process to be
leave that. The accountability is that. Listen, I couldn't pretend not to see the Coastal Road, but my anchor of fairness made me ask, how does it touch the Southeast? Because ordinarily you can do a coastal road and imagine that, okay, it's going through all of the coast. What about the interland? And then when I asked that question, I said, okay, let's go to Enugu. The point I'm making is that I'm at a point in my life where I've been in opposition forever.
So you don't want to be there?
No, that's not it. I've been in opposition forever. And I've been the totem of opposition politician and opposition drive to power forever. Right now, I just want us to come up with a model that can work. And I found the Chinese one to be the most interesting. Why are they able to do so well? And I figured out that the base of their development around governance and the selection and the preparation of power and even the programs to run is consensus. And
how do you arrive at consensus when it looks like some of the things, those interventions you're making looks like PR job for the ruling party?
I can't.
Because how do you attend?
We started out with 13 PDP governors. I've always been here. None of them have ever said, come and look at what I'm doing.
Have you reached out to them like you reached out to them?
Am I not even the one who gave them some of their most beautiful names? From Poster Boy to the great man that is happening in Adamawa. I think they just got a bit too used to the fact that there's one Otunba Sowunmi who will try to do narrative, never mind even when they are not saying thank you or appreciating it.
So you got tired of them not appreciating?
No, not about listen to me. I got tired of having a point of view that sees everything bad. I wanted now to see a balanced view that says, okay, I see this. What about this? Listen, the First Lady ordered and desired a birthday and called for some donations. When she announced how much has been raised, I wrote a memo. I said, you better be sure that you can account for this and be sure that these monies have not been taken from the coffers of governors and government, because this is the kind of thing that sends people in jail. It's called abuse of office. So I'm not careless enough not to see where we need to say not this. And I'm not sure there's anybody in this country that has the capability to prevent me from having an alternative viewpoint, albeit in the direction of progress. I got tired of people who just, the bigotry was getting too much for me. I wasn't happy. I didn't want Nigerians to be hating themselves. You can hate your leader, but hate him on the issues. I don't expect you to transfer the hatred of Ebola Tinubu to a Yoruba hatred. And by the same token, I don't expect anybody to convert their opinion of Peter Obi into an Igbo hatred and vice versa. And I knew the risk of how you can implode societies and make everybody become so toxic.
So there's no plan from your end to move along with these crop of governors that are moving into APC. You have no plan to put here.
I don't have any governor who has invited me to come.
No, do you have such plan? Because I know you have your own.
I am concerned. Listen, Dixon, you're asking tough questions. I can answer you. I'm concerned, very concerned with their party.
Which party now?
The APC. One of the things that concerns me the most about that party is its democratic credentials. I see what they're trying to do in terms of their governance, but I worry deeply about their democratic credentials. One of the things that scared me the most about them was the fact that I sat and watched them say that their former national secretary, who has been a former deputy governor, who has been the former senator, who has been the secretary that cleared the president and the people there now, suddenly present himself for election or primaries in Osun State. I'm talking about Yola Omishore, and I was shocked to my bones when he couldn't. They said he did not make clearance.
You're putting a notice. You're putting the campaign governors. So you're making them realize that there's a possibility of them not even getting the ticket.
You see, the thing about there's that possibility exists.
No, they've even stated it already. There's auto.
Aside even that, a nation of 19 million registered voters cannot be sequestered underneath the authority of only 29 or 30 governors. Sure. Those 30 governors, to the best of their ability, will be responsible for, we can say, okay, we own our commissioners. Maybe but they can't.
They don't even have all of it.
I mean, I'm conceding the best advantage they could get. They will have some money. But have you ever tried to imagine the energy of poverty? There is the complacency of wealth. When you think you have money, you are all complacent. A hungry dog gives the best fight. If the leaders of opposition would just let men like me come take charge and push narrative, we will show them how to incentivize the hunger of the people and convert it into a moving energy that will torpedo everything and anything along his way.
When you say leaders of the opposition, or the opposition, which opposition? You're a member of the PDP, or have you stopped being a member of the PDP?
How can I possibly be? I've been there since 98. I'm there till today.
You have no plans to leave?
You know, the challenge of the PDP as I see it, and if you recall, I've screamed the most. I've even laid on the ground, I held one of their legs. Only because I see that if we don't reform, we're going to keep falling into the same pit. We'll have a name to call it per season. It will be Alimo the Sheriff in one season. It may be Wike in another. You could call it Atiku in another, but the fundamental is you've not reformed a 27-year-old organization.
Because even while you mentioned that the reform, the three names you mentioned now are not said to be members of your party.
You missed the
Wike
point.
is not a member.
I took you. No.
Alimadu Sharif is not a member of your
Can you stop? I took you on it. I do not mean to disparage them or to use them as an example. What I was saying to you is that between 1998 that this party was formed, its inability to reform has created a desire or an excuse to always say one person is responsible. And I only gave you some names from the ones that have been held responsible or blamed in the past. The fact remains that democracy is with political party emerges a free joining organization, and the constitution also allows them to freely exit. It therefore means that a political party that has ruled for 16 years must find other ideological underpinnings to anchor it. It's not very easy for someone who is a Catholic to suddenly become a Protestant. And it's not very easy for someone who is a Protestant to suddenly become a Muslim. Because the things are anchored on a lot of processes. For political parties to survive, including the APC, you have to anchor it not on victory at the next election. You have to anchor it on the ideological principles that is driving you, and it can be crafted, it can be marketed, it can be repaired. You can't run a political party on an assumption that one governor, I want to be governor, I'm begging you, oh, come and support me, and oh, leader support me, and then 5 minutes after I become governor, I suddenly become your leader. How does that even make sense?
But when president is set, it becomes a norm.
No. The thing about thinking people is their ability to unlearn what they learned, especially when they've had the benefit of a long time of saying that it's not working. And that's why you say that none of the parties, except the party of the president, is stable.
Is the APC really stable? Really?
Well, 29, 30 governors are going there. Let us consider that they are able to attract them. I think that they are going to implode.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
How would that be?
2003, we won in Ogun. Benga Daniel, now senator of APC. We did a second term election in 2027. And before he will form cabinet, I went to one of his strong men, he's still alive, I spare him his name now. I said, this party has won now in Ogun, but it's going to implode. What do you mean it's going to implode? I said, because we have created an illusion that anybody that gets our tickets will automatically mean. And therefore means that everybody that wants to win something, including the ones that are going to necessarily lose, are going to come onto our platform and be struggling for only one ticket. And before you know it, will implode it. We imploded it by 2011. And so I've seen it in operation. Take a look at the APC, for instance. Every state in Nigeria, especially the ones where our people are now jumping to. Do you know how many of their own very strong, loyal men have been waiting in the wings to pick their ticket?
And then now
you are just going to tell them the next. Some of them are not poor. Some of them have the resources to run an election if they must to challenge the status quo. How are you going to tell them to forget about it? Now, when you're talking about the government, think about reps, think about senators, think about assembly. They are joking. It's always there.
Do you think PDP may not survive this whole bashings?
PDP is a cat with 9 lives.
Is it?
It lost Obasanjo, who tore his card. He came back to campaign for Atiku on the same party. It lost Jonathan, who was the sitting president. Armageddon broke loose. All our people were held into EFCC and jail. We ran a very beautiful campaign in 2019. By 2023, we were the darling birds until we mistook the reading of the timing. And I kept screaming, the Igbos are the ones carrying us. They paid their dues. They need the ticket now. But sometimes people learn after the act.
But ticket is just by tribe, is it?
No, can you stop? Within every organization, there must be a natural sense of equity. There is a conversation you have with outsiders who do not know that although we are all siblings of the same father, we have different mothers. It cannot always be your side. And if there is some side there that you have never even honored them with the ticket. If it's going to go cold in the hand, let's take that risk first. I told them in 2023, build up.
So you see that as the main mistake that is haunting.
Listen, man, I don't do guesswork. I sat through our communication. I sat through the people doing narrative. I sat through the way we were on social media. Forget it. Individuals were the ones carrying that party. And until we're able to get them, beg them, cry, lie on the ground and bring them back, we will struggle.
So you're saying that even though the party seem to have corrected the mistake of 2023, that they've zoned the ticket to the south, that you're saying no,
there is no
go straight out to
there is no conversation about zoning the ticket to the south. That's dodgy. You have to know where you are. In 1999, we gave it to Obasanjo. Was he part of the Alex Ekweme team that started the party?
No, he wasn't.
Good. But did you check the numbers? By the time we had an accident of fate because Yar'Adua died, and Jebele Jonathan from Southside, from one of the smallest states in Nigeria, Bayelsa, became president. Have you checked the numbers? By the time we ran to 2019, which I consider that we won that election, go back and check the numbers that came from them and remove the southern numbers from the northern numbers of Atiku. And then go back to 2023 and look at Peter just running around on the energy of the same people and look at what they were able to do.
So for you, for your party to be revamped, the party should just go straight to southeast.
There is no conversation on the table. Listen, they would try every other model against the words that I'm telling them, which is almost prophetic. They are going to get the same outcome.
What of the call for Jonathan to come back? The consideration of the possibility of
Jonathan could be popular. But you know what? The Igbos may feel extremely cheated. They may feel that when Jonathan needed them, they handled it, they stood by for him. And now that they're doing well, and to be fair, they're doing well in the APC now. They have good governors, they have good ministers, they're doing well. So if you are going to emotionally take them away from that place,
there must be something time.
You can, okay, if you give Jonathan a ticket, are you going to tell him to go and be secretary to the government? Or are you going to tell them to take, you're about to take some number 2, they will take SSG? Listen, when you have been playing games, there come a time when it is last card check up.
I get that.
We are not PDP now, last card check up.
So, but there's a chance for the party. Either probably will listen to the light.
The PDP has a chance every day, every time, all the time.
Can the party do it alone? Because you talked about coalition, the opposition and all of that. Meaning that if, for instance...
I swear to God Almighty, if you give, I'm not happy with him.
With who?
Peter, he knows I'm not happy with him.
You're not. What did he do to you?
He's my friend. He's not called me in a long time. He needs to call me now. Now, listen.
Those are your personal angles.
You asked for why I'm not happy with him.
Yes. Why are you not happy with him?
I just told you.
That he hasn't called you.
Do you know how much energy I put into Peter? He's my friend.
I hope he watches this.
If he doesn't, don't call me. Don't call me. But the point I'm making is that, let me tell you.
Yes.
Oh God, if the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria takes its ticket and just say, Peter, take. Let's find you a deputy from somewhere else. Every other person going to be struggling for other things. The election will be over by 3. I gave them till 3 because by 12 it will be over. They will be struggling to rig it. By 3, they will get a phone call from United States.
Your good friend, the president, listening to you talk about this, how do you think he will feel?
What's my business with how he feels? Am I his child?
No, but you're friends, isn't it? Because he's seeing you mingle with it.
Right. So it's my, listen, can you stop working for him? I've known the president since 94, 95. And he doesn't know me as, go and me bring chair there. No. He knows me as a very deep-rooted strategist on this type of matters. While others sleep, I work. You've seen me in the State Department like 4 times. You think they just go there and just say, yeah, I've come, I'm going there.
But listen, how would you rate him? How would you rate the performance of him?
You know, the thing of the matter is that he has done well.
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
How well?
I will tell you. The nation must have a social memory of his own journey. And the journey of this nation reflects that we couldn't even have energy subsistency. Now we do. The history of this nation is that almost all the institutional investors, Shell, everybody, were no longer interested because of our rather unpredictable foreign exchange market. Now they're back. Our bond market and our capital market was not doing too well. Now it's doing well. Our banks, now you can take your bank ATM to London and your card and it will go. So there are...
And did all that.
No.
Cash to some...
With due respect, Jonathan built what you call a voodoo economy around subsidy, because those were good years of the sales of oil in terms of the price. And when you take that opportunity and you constitute yourself into a consuming people who are eating what they don't have.
You living above them.
Not just above their means. You were cooking your books. You were pushing out quantity of petrol, which you were paying for and subsidizing, and you were dashing it to all your neighbors by way of a heist. They were bringing papers to say they brought money and doing throughput. No, that was a joke.
But isn't subsidy?
It was, with due respect, it was a lack of courage on his part that made us lose. For if he had been as prepared as he should have been, he would have known that sometimes you have to ride it rough. But he couldn't. But that's besides the point. The point I'm making now is that if you look at what is done in terms of education, what is done with ASU, what is doing with primary school teachers, what is doing with even people being able to take a loan to pay. You see, there's an imagination in the mind of the Nigerian people that socialism or welfareism means that government has all the money to dash the people everything. No.
Thinks it should be some level of subsidy.
Yeah, I'm coming to the table. These are economic terminologies that were created by the Bretton Woods Organization of America, and they themselves are not even doing it. They will rather subsidize production of agriculture than crude oil. They will rather subsidize education than waste. So it's not a perfect government. I don't like people asking me to defend him because I'm not in this government.
Hey, you've done very well defending him.
But you've asked me, except you want to... Listen,
you're in the opposition.
Do you take me for a kid? When you ask me a question, expect an honest answer as I see it. I'm not going to start telling you, it's a small rat when it's a big animal. I don't have time for that. In any case, I just told you, the 2027 election is not yet decided.
It's not.
How can it be?
But the president is like cruising already.
You don't know that. Did he tell you that? Did he call you? Dixon, did you see a man walking to bring Kwankwanso, bring this, bring that? Does that look like someone that is joking?
But how will it not rather be about reaching out to the people that behind the big shots? It's like the convergence of elites.
No, let me advise. I'm a PDP person. Let me advise. You have to go back to the grassroots and do the measurements. Don't believe the lie you tell yourselves. Elections are always referendums. You must know. Every election is. It's a referendum on two sides. The people you are even thinking are with you are going to measure you based on what you are bringing that you call hope. You can't win an election by misery. And they're going to measure them based on what they see. So one of the things about infrastructure is that it doesn't have deniability. If it's there, people will see. Look, we'll soon get into campaign. I want to run for governor.
Yes.
I'm not trying to run governor.
Include that. Your aspiration.
Very much alive.
On what platform will you be doing?
Welcome to my frustration, Dixon. The frustration with me here, and which is the major frustration of the opposition party, is that the people that are holding the political parties, especially those of them that are in court a lot, they want to win alone zero. When you are looking for 100% of zero, you don't get anything. It's 100%, but it's zero. You got to come to opposition party have to come to a point where they have to understand that if they want the next election, they need to stop fighting. They need to get out of court. They need to build consensus around themselves. Because even with our best efforts, we're still going to struggle. Because
So PDP is not a guaranteed platform for you to run for the governorship?
oh, it is. But we have to be out of court. We don't have a candidate in Ekiti now. We don't have a candidate in Osun. We have no candidate in the FCT. Do you think that is not a telltale sign of scariness?
For any politician?
For any serious human being, I want to run. But there has to be a platform.
That's the point.
Until we get a platform.
So if PDP is not available, what possible platform will you go to? APC, ADC, LP, or which one of them?
I think the one that interests me is LP.
LP.
And the reason is simple. You see, they are the only party that I see that their ideological position does not beg suspicion. Every Labour Party is ideologically pinned around every other Labour Party in the world. There's a Labour Party in England. There's a Labour Party in Brazil. There's a Labour Party in Japan. Anywhere you see a Labour Party, you know it's about the welfare of the people. It's about the workers. It's about the father, mother, and kid. It's about the middle of the... It's about private...
You've already moved.
No, I haven't.
Your heart has moved there.
Dixon, you are not listening.
Your body is still in PDP.
If I ask you, you asking me, what is the ideological underpinning that uniquely says this is what PDP stands for?
You're asking to the people.
What does that mean?
Yeah, through welfare, through all of those. And all.
Listen. Listen. It is true. That's my party. I've always been there. I'm just trying to tell you that if you are a political party, must find ideological differentiation. People must know that this is what they look like.
Yeah, Otunba Segun.
Always.